Okay, so this is the new Jecod CP-40 crossflow pump. It arrived a few days ago. I haven't had a chance to install it until now. It's fairly low profile in the tank. It's about 2 inches wide and 1.5 inches tall from this angle, and you can see the magnet on the other side is only about half the width of a finger, so it's all pretty neat looking. Easy to install, the same sort of style controller on it as everything else that Jecod give you. Same connectors, same power supplies, all very familiar. You can see it's doing a pretty good job of disturbing the surface here, all the way across the tank almost. It did get a little bit quiet at the other end here, and I set up my RW20 to kind of shake up the flow around here and just clear. You can see there's a little bit of gun settling on the surface here, so I'm just trying to clear that and move the RW20 around to do that, and also to break up the flow, so I don't want it to just be pushing in one direction all the time. But there's a lot of flow, and there's quite a few little bits and pieces in the water at the minute with it disturbing everything. I think you can see these little bubbles and little bits of white stuff kind of whizzing past the camera. Yeah, one of my snails. That is pretty much consistent all the way across the top. It just wasn't shaking it up at the end here. Then it passes down the back wall, and you can see it's giving my anemone quite a good. It's not constant flow, so I've got it on the wave setting, so it's up and down, so it's moving everything around. You can see on the bright green zoas at the bottom there that they're shaking about. They're closest to the wall that the flow's hitting. The fungia, you can see, is kind of being shaken around. It's not just constant in one direction. The acans are loving it, all swollen up, lots of polyp extension on there today. Frog spawn at the back is picking up the flow that's coming back along the tank. This is about halfway along, and these guys are really not being moved around. There's the RW20, it's almost exactly halfway in the tank, and this is really not being moved by that at all. They're about a third of the way up the tank. I stand back. You can see that they're moving around quite well. But not getting battered, which is ideal for LPS. So that's kind of what I was hoping. Quite a lot of flow along the surface for gas exchange and LPS that's high up, and flow along the bottom to stop. I've got a little patch of cyano starting to form there. It's a bit blue, you can't really see. And I wanted to try and clear that away, so there's there you go, you can see it better there. I wanted that flow along the bottom to try to clear away any algae that starts to grow on the sand. You can see that my torch and these long lash zoas are getting a good bit of flow again, just kind of waving them about. They're not just getting battered. I quite like this, it's quite good. What I did find though was underneath the pump here, as you come down to the bottom corner, it was quite quiet. So initially I had it a fair bit further towards the surface, kind of pointing downwards a little bit more. Now I've got it pointing kind of almost exactly straight forwards, but I moved it down a little bit, and that's given this area a little bit more flow, so you can see all the long polyp toadstools there waving about, and the green star polyps are now have got a good bit of movement. It was very still when I had it very close to the surface. It was taking quite a bit of playing around to get the flow right, but I'm kind of happy with where it is now, as long as I can shift this RW20 to clear away this little bit of gunnage there. There's one little patch, and that's it. So yeah, once I've got that done, then I'm happy to move my heaters and everything down to the bottom, and know that I have to keep turning the tank on and off to sort bits and pieces out. It's my male Antheus showing off. He comes to the front every time I walk past the tank now, thinking he's going to get fed. And I've got 2 others in here somewhere. Can't see them right now.